welcome to my first video cooking vlog. Today I'm working out of this cookbook, College Cooking, trying to prepare something that you can prepare for your loved one or yourself or your friends or whoever you want to on Valentine's Day. So this is a fun cookbook because it's really simple, and they have a fun section called Impressing Your Date, which is where I'm getting the meal out of tonight, which is about really easy to cook food. What we're going to be making is smoked salmon asparagus risotto, as they put it, because risotto is made with arborio rice, which is delicious and makes a really, really creamy sauce, but you have to stir it for about an hour, which is not fun. And as they say in here, not a good way to impress your date. So the other thing that's great about this is that you can do it however early beforehand you want to, and then the day of the date, or Valentine's Day, you just need 15 minutes to like pull it all together and serve it on a platter and put it on the table. So yeah, let's get started. It's actually supposed to be a large saute pan, but I don't have one of those, so I'm using this. And you can use whatever you have too, as long as it's kind of meant for cooking sauces and things like that. So we need 2 1/4 cups of water, so 1 cup, 2 cups, and 1/4 of a cup. And you put that on the stove. And then you need 3 teaspoons dried chicken bouillon. Bouillon is dehydrated broth. It just has a lot of chickeny flavor, which is not actually an aspect of the smoked salmon asparagus risotto, but it just adds kind of a meaty taste to the whole thing. Well, first it has to come to a boil. Then it cooks for 20 minutes, so let's let that happen. Maybe give it a little stir, but it'll all integrate eventually. So don't worry too much about that. Next, we are going to cut up a 1/2 pound of asparagus. Asparagus is not actually in season right now, so it's number one, kind of expensive. I mean, it's not ridiculous, but it's just not as it is in its season, which is about April until about June. You can kind of use whatever you want. Just some sort of extra veggie that adds color to this and adds some flavor. So to cut asparagus, you first just kind of let that happen. This piece is not as good. It's going to be really rough, especially at the bottom. And this piece is delicious. So once you've done that, you can just take them all and cut them at once. 16 ounces is a pound. This whole thing is 12 ounces. So yeah, I mean, about. And just kind of align all of the top pieces together and then cut from the first piece, the snap piece. That will be delicious for asparagus soup, so don't throw it away. And actually never throw it away, compost it if you really don't want it. Cut like that. The goal is bite-sized pieces. This is about what we want. So, asparagus chopped. Our kind of fake broth here is boiling, and we're gonna add rice now. We are going to turn this down to medium-low heat, and I'm gonna cover it. What we're hoping for is for the liquid to absorb and the rice to cook. And now we're going to cook the asparagus. That was maybe kind of loud. What I want to do is blanch them, which is getting water boiling first. You put your vegetables in and you cook them for like a minute, maybe 2. And it just cooks it really, really fast, and it keeps them really, really crisp. So I'm also going to set the timer for this because it's supposed to take 20 minutes, so let's just check it again. Here's the asparagus, which is going to go in there once it starts boiling. Let's add some salt. Sea salt, you can use normal salt, table salt, kosher salt, whatever you want. Here's smoked salmon, delicious. This is $10, this big thing, which is more money than I want to spend most of the time. $10 is more than I want to spend on anything. Very oily, kind of helpfully plastered on gold. We're cutting like 1/3 of this. Let's do that. We want to cut this so it's basically the same size as the asparagus, bite size. In any kind of soupy stew, that's basically what you want to do. You want to make it so you can just get a forkful and eat it. So just like that, like that. It can be messy. This really isn't, it's not, there's no science to this. And I think that's why it gets scary. Like, you can so screw this up and then it would be horrible and I'd waste all this food, but you probably won't, especially in cooking. You can really screw up baking. Not to freak you out, because we're actually going to bake in a minute. This will get more tender as it gets hot and probably fall apart a little on itself. This is fine. This is plenty good enough. Here, you just pour that in. Again, give it another little stir. This is just plain white rice, by the way. Don't go fancy. I mean, if you want to go fancy, make risotto if you want to. I mean, it's Valentine's Day, be impressive, but you don't have to. We'll just set that aside. And now we are going to start the cookies because we have 13 minutes here with nothing to do.